Morning, friends. It's Katie Steinberg here with Second Sunday Sunrise, and you can see we're getting a nice one this week. The last couple of weeks we've had rain and wind and things that have kept it from being this sort of idyllic moment. We get a pretty ideal one, and there's a lot of folks out here to experience it. One of the reasons I think this is so important is because there's something that penetrates into your bones about the start of a new day, about the hope that comes with the little rays of sun as they peek over the clouds and the dark sky slowly turns to light. You know, it's like hope. It's like pure hope. And I think sometimes our world can be very full of the opposite of hope, of despair, of frustration, of anxiety, particularly in the midst of a pandemic and racial injustice and political unrest and so on and so forth. And our news feeds, our Facebook feeds, our news outlets, even dominating our conversations often, are full of it. And I think if we just focus on that, then it can be hard to feel hopeful. It can be hard to feel like there's any good left in the world. So you gotta come get yourself some sunrise or something similar for you that will remind you that a new day comes. Our friend Jesus, he was always using story and the world around him to explain, who God is, what the kingdom of heaven is like, these kinds of things. Turning to things like vineyards, turning to places, houses and interactions and nature, to describe who God is, who the kingdom is. And I think we've isolated ourselves a lot from that world in the modern day. We have our houses and our air conditioning and our lights that we turn off and on and our technology and everything else, and we feel distanced, to use a buzzword, from the natural rhythms of life and of nature, which are what Jesus turned to most to describe who God is and who the kingdom is. And so, no wonder that within our pristine church walls and our air-conditioned houses and everything else, it starts to feel a little unreal. It starts to feel a little intangible. God becomes something hard to believe in because of the structures that we built for God. There's something a little different out here. Something almost undeniable. When I see the beauty of this place, when I see the world slowly turning from dark to light, from night to day, the kingdom of heaven is like a day turning from the darkness of night to the brightness of a new day. God is like a new day that welcomes us, no matter what the day before held. These are the ways that Jesus taught us who God is, what the world should be like. And we need reminders, or otherwise we can get pretty sucked into what the world, the news, social media tells us the world is like. That's not a definition I want. I hope that you will find some time to get outside today. I hope that you will find some time that you can set aside to be your sacred time, your holy time that's about remembering your deepest essence and recognizing what the kingdom is like, recognizing who God is in the midst of this world. I hope that you can find some time to breathe and experience peace, that we might not become hopeless and despairing in a world that tells us frequently that's all there is, and instead can look towards light. Blessings on your day, my friends. And may you experience newness and hope as a new day dawns.